Steve. Welcome to my studio. Now, I'm brand new to the Fractal world. Not new to the guitar, but very new to Fractal. And honestly, that's why I wanted to make this video. Now, it might not surprise you to learn that everything you just heard came from one device, but that wasn't just one device, it was one preset, and there was just one amp block. Recently, I picked up an Axe FX 3, and what surprised me wasn't how much these devices can do, it was how simple it became once I stopped approaching it the wrong way. See, Fractal has this reputation for being deep, complex, almost intimidating. And it is deep, it is complex, and I was intimidated. But what I didn't expect was how quickly it started to make sense once I stopped thinking in terms of presets and started thinking in terms of a rig. So this is the entire preset. There's nothing hidden, no tricks, no advanced magic. Scenes 1 through 4 cover my core sounds. Clean, crunch, lead, and kind of gnarly, a little bit more than edge of breakup. And here's what they sound like, starting with my clean sound. It's kind of a nice all-purpose clean sound, real Fendery. Now, scene 2 is my crunch sound. It's just plain straight up rock and roll crunch. Now, number 3 is my basic lead sound. And finally, number 4 is, I call it gnarly. It's a little bit more than edge of break. And then scenes 5 through 8 are just variations of those with a little bit of chorus on them. And finally, I've got a couple of foot switch functions set up for an alternate reverb and a hold function for when I want to do some ambient stuff. Now, I know this isn't the only way to build a preset. And I'm sure there are people who've been using Fractal stuff for years who have different and probably even better ways of doing this stuff. This is just the first approach that made the whole platform click for me. And the reason I'm showing all of this up front is because I want you to see something clearly. This isn't about complexity. It's about organizing ideas in a way that makes musical sense. And once that clicked, everything else started falling into place way faster than I expected. Okay, so let's tie all this together. Let me play for a minute and just use this the way I might use it on a gig. now before we go any farther, one thing I really want to make sure and say, especially as someone who's really new to all of this, is how genuinely cool and helpful the Fractal community has been. There's a real sense of people wanting to help each other understand this stuff, not just show off what they know. That honestly played a really big role in me sticking with it and wanting to go deeper. And I also want to call out Cliff Chase. He's the founder and chief designer behind Fractal Audio, and he's still deeply involved in all of the ongoing development of these units. Even in the short time I've been using Fractal, I've seen quite a few updates come, and I've even seen him come home after a really serious medical procedure and get right back to work, delivering an update to the community because it was needed. That kind of dedication is everything. You know, the fact that these devices continue to get real, meaningful improvements, not just bug fixes, but actual advancements to the amp architecture, new amps, new cabs, new effects, nearly 8 years after the Axe effects came out, that's incredible. That level of long-term support and added value is one of the main reasons I decided to give Fractal a serious look in the first place. So I've got more videos coming where I'm going to keep digging into all of this, not from the perspective of a longtime expert, because I'm not one, but as someone who's actively learning this platform and figuring out a clear musical way through it. I'll be working through it alongside some of you, maybe just a step or two ahead, and sharing what actually helped these things click for me. And that's the perspective I'll be bringing as this series moves forward. If that sounds useful, hit that subscribe button so you can follow along as this keeps unfolding. If you've got questions, want to share where you're at with this stuff, or want to point out somewhere where I've gotten something wrong, because it's going to happen, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.